Cain and Abel, a story of jealousy and God's warning. In the beginning, after Adam and Eve were sent out of the Garden of Eden, they started a new life. They had children, and among them were two sons, Cain and Abel. Cain was a farmer. He worked the soil, planting seeds and growing crops. Abel was a shepherd. He looked after sheep, feeding them and keeping them safe. Though they were brothers, they lived very different lives. The sun would rise, and Cain would walk into his fields with a hoe on his shoulder. He'd bend over, digging the earth, wiping sweat from his face. Abel, on the other hand, would sing to his sheep, leading them to green pastures. The sheep trusted him. They followed him because he cared. Both worked hard, and both believed in God. So one day, they each decided to give an offering to the Lord. Cain brought some of the crops. He had harvested grains, fruits, and vegetables. Abel chose the best lamb from his flock, the firstborn, without any blemish. They placed their offerings on the altar, and they waited. Smoke rose into the sky. God looked upon Abel's offering with joy. He accepted it. But when he looked at Cain's offering, he was not pleased. Not because God hated Cain, but because Cain did not give from his heart. He gave just some, not the best. Cain saw this. His face darkened. His fists clenched. Jealousy crept into his heart, like a shadow swallowing light. God saw his anger and spoke to him kindly. Cain, why are you angry? If you do what is right, will you not be accepted? But be careful. Sin is crouching at your door. It wants to rule you, but you must rule over it. It was a warning, a chance. Days passed. Cain said to Abel, "Let's go out to the field." Abel, innocent and trusting, followed. In the quiet of the fields, where no one else was watching, Cain rose up and struck his brother. Abel fell. He did not move again. Cain stood there, breathing heavily, his hands shaking, the earth beneath him silent. Then came the voice of God. "Cain, where is your brother Abel?" Cain lied. "I don't know. Am I my brother's keeper?" But God knew the truth. "Your brother's blood cries out to me from the ground." God said, "You have done what is wrong, and now you are under a curse." God sent Cain away from his home, away from the land he loved. He would wander alone. Even so, God put a mark on Cain not to punish him more, but to protect him from being killed by others. And so, the first human death came not from nature, but from jealousy, from a heart that refused to listen to God's warning. Cain had a chance to choose what was right, but he let anger grow into hatred. Abel's life ended, but his faith was remembered. This story teaches us we must guard our hearts. Jealousy can destroy love, and God always sees what's inside, not just what we give, but how we give it. Moral of the story: God wants our hearts, not just our offerings. And when we feel angry or jealous, we must listen to his gentle voice before it's too late. Sin is crouching at your door. It desires to have you, but you must rule over it. Genesis 4, verse 7. Please subscribe, like, and share.